smoke they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a loss of 2.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson flush to his right. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 53 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide-open space.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got the artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Brees. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker. The head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Ingram. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 38, Jackson buying time to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 19-yard line.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Ready. First down, Saints.
Breeze now on first down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just outside his own goal line. Returnable for Thomas. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 29, Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 29 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Here we go. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, easy. 14.
Breeze going to throw. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
57, Mike 57.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 47 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And down to the 29-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
A gain of 36 yards. That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. On the draw, this is Ingram. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31. Breeze now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. The final shot before half for Breeze. Forced out to his left, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Check 31.
They'll run on first down. Ingram. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And an alley to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, 44 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast, game the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The second down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. It's Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. On second down, Ingram. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action here on first down, escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there, incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He can run for it, and he will. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
It's a gain of 16 yards. The tackle made by Demario Davis.
Jackson from the shotgun. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Jackson now. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
He's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set, back. Put team on it. Put team on it.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get 300. Get 300.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Haywood. I got it. Hey, look, 48. Hey, we're going to make the 48 right now. Let's go. They're going to need some therapy after this. Jump out.
48 for Mike.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second and a couple, Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He'll get this to Jay Kumaro. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On the run, he'll let this go deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, 60 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Dean Lowry in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Being chased out left. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out here in the I.
Check 42's the mic. All you get is a head. All you get is a head. Check 99.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
Justin Tucker on field.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to put one over his head as this game progresses.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check 13. Check 13. Watch the safety.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards, good enough for a first. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Flushed out right. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
You're 19. 48 right now. Let's go. Let's get it to get 30.
On first down, Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And again, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, as the first half is winding down, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He uncorks and got his man complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess
through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, 75 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. Again, as his nightmare afternoon continues. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll roll him out right. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Operating from the gun, Jackson, flush to his right. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Let's go, at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Hey, you block over here.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to let it go deep right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On your team, Recon, 132 fighter.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Geronimo Allison there to make the grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And out across midfield down to the 45. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. On first down, it's Ingram, and they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. From the 16, Jackson dancing to his left. Now he'll pull. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 15-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Jim.
They'll go again to Jones. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On third down, here's Jones. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson on first down. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And now it's 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Buying time to his left. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Kill.
Now Jackson on first down, flushed out right. He's got the first down and more. Pass. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Steps away to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Back to throw. Being chased out left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. A looming decision to make. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.